probably cinema has killed more people from smoking by making it romantic. Sort of the way Lou Reed made heroin like the done thing.
These are the two images up there.
My note. My little note that I write to myself.
What does the note say?
Oh, it's just a little note of what I'm looking for.
Is that a visual note or is it
Yeah,
also?
visual note.
So there is no. What is there a meaning?
It's actually a more toned down version of a thing I did really bright.
So the idea is like, these people are tongue kissing?
Yes. And they're strangling each other.
They're strangling each other and kissing each other,
Yes.
loving each other to death.
Yeah. Very, very cliche. I wanted to be an archetype, but I'll settle for cliche today. I'm very romantic. I'm like a natural fascist. Fascists are always romantic. It's the whole thing of the hero's journey and the eternal love. It's that's the fascist thing. It's sort of the sort of egalitarian socialist, we're all the same thing is the complete opposite of that.
So this is very harmful, I found, the romanticism.
Yeah, it's extremely destructive. But I don't know which, I think ideology itself, just the very fact of an ideology existing is red flags.
So you can't be without ideology?
No, you have to be without ideology.
How are you without ideology? What is that? That's like...
I play with ideologies like I play with paint. I mean, the minute ideology becomes something, defining or controlling your actions, then you're fucked. Painting is like a game of chess. You've got, instead of 64 squares, you have one square. And you've got to make one move, and you're playing against fucking Leonardo da Vinci and Pablo Picasso and Hieronymus Bosch and whoever. You're playing against the dead. You're playing chess against and your opponent has been dead for 500 years and is a genius.
Life is a game.
It's a game and an obstacle course and a contest and a bug factory and a prison and a reward and a punishment and a disaster and a miracle and a song and a poem and a fishing trip and a mistake and a swizz and a swindle.
All this is life.
I mean, I got lists and lists and lists. I paint so that I won't make lists.
But you write on your paintings too.
I know. It's a sign of weakness, though. I mean, when I'm writing on my paintings, I'm like, oh God, I know I'm in trouble.
I like it though.
Do you? I'm back and forth with writing stuff on my paintings. Sometimes I'm all like, must write on painting, and then, I hardly ever. I mean, I don't know if I've ever not regretted writing on a painting. I'm a channeler. I mean, my channeling medium is the love letter. I write, That's when I went to the self-realization fellowship the other day. Well, not even really the fellowship, it was the shipping and receiving yard for all of their brainwashing literature down here in the ghetto, but I saw that it was there and I was like, oh, I gotta stop by the self-realization fellowship and I'm gonna go and I'm gonna meditate and write. And I went there, meditated and write. And the fucking Virgin Mary stopped and visited me and came and like, you know, and I was like, oh my God, what am I doing? What am I doing? And she was, you know, because I, you know, I never don't feel like I'm making some kind of grave error. I think the biggest, most gravest error is not to act, right? Like the worst thing that an artist can do is not work. Then you're really a sinner. You can do it wrong. You can lose the game. You can fail at the game of chess and be crushed. But you're in the game. That's totally the highest, most holy priority. Otherwise, you're what? Then what? You're like a critic, or
Dealer?
A dealer? Exactly.
Why not? One can recognize humor in the art, right?
Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah. I've always wondered about, like, people were always, like, talking about being a serious artist. I mean, how serious can you be if you're going to throw your life away? How serious are you going to take it? I'm learning how to suffer. Every day I have to figure out how to suffer again. Right? Don't you suffer?
No.
You.
What is the significance of suffering again?
People come to have a good time. Narcissists come to be realized as an archetype and rewarded and made immortal. And they come here as pleasure seekers. And they make me sick, these pleasure seekers. Pleasure seekers seeking pleasure.
But what is the significance of suffering? Do you use suffering? You have a philosophy.
Well, I mean, it's not my philosophy. It's the little Buddha's philosophy. Life is suffering. And everything we do, eating, fucking, building empires, whatever, shopping, not shopping, buying, selling, because sort of pain management on that level. Like the art is not the art. Suffering, the struggling, the suffering is the art. The art, the stuff is just the stuff, is just the shit going through the pipe. You know, it is significant maybe after the fact to somebody, I guess, maybe, who cares? But the suffering, that's the real art. And if existence is if to live is to suffer, which it is, clearly, then it's a style question. Like, plain and simple. It's as simple as day to me, so clear. You want to suffer punk, you want to suffer metal. You know, you want to suffer funny, you want to suffer ugly. You know, you want to suffer sticky, or you want to suffer velvety. You get to choose in every moment, all the time. And the artist has this whole library of tools to make those decisions out of.
So you got to pick your suffering, you say?
You get to we get to. We're not trapped in a solipsism. We have a massive, awesome library to draw from to tell us how we may or may not want to be suffering at that time. And like, I mean, I love people. I have a problem with people who suffer sticky. Who suffer in a way that makes other people around them or involved with them or engaging with them suffer also. I find that.
You shall suffer silently.
I find it despicable.
Yeah?
Or you can suffer loud, but if you suffer in a way that doesn't cause the people that love you, the people around you, to suffer, you're doing such justice.
Or you suffer beautifully, like Sade.
Yeah, like Sade. Exactly. You suffer in a frickin' silky gown. And
it's like how you take the layers off of it.
right, and I try and save them. I'm trying not to waste paint always. But,
So it's
But I
basically...
mean, a painting can take 20 years. I've done paintings that took, literally 20 years before I felt like I'd gotten anywhere with it. And then you hate it. And then someone comes in and wants to buy a piece that you didn't even notice that you did. They just dashed off. And they're like, oh, that's brilliant. And I'm like, sold.
But I see you have a technique of revealing the paint underneath.
Yeah.
So you paint first and you scratch it off.
Turner called it scumbling, which I think is a really funny word.
So you're scumbling right now?
I'm a scumbling all morning.
This is scumbling.
This is scumbling.
It's interesting. It's like a negative space.
Yeah, I like
So you're really good with lights as well. You see how lights fall on a thing.
Yeah, that's from just years and years of drawing. I really want Elia to come and draw with us on the 2nd. Hey, Elia.
How's it going?
It continues.
Painting?
Painting
Away?
birds because birds ain't cynical.
They're not?
No, you can't paint a cynical bird.
I feel like there is some.
No, you can make them do cynical things.
What about those ones that, like, with that, pelicans?
That's what I'm doing, a pelican.
Those are cynical.
No, they're not.
Caught you.
They're gravity-defying survival machines.
Right.
The way they plunge
You
into
know what
the...
I'm saying? And they keep everything in there, like...
in their thing, and then they come in and they puke into their little babies' mouths.
Yeah. So how's painting been?
Painting
Mostly birds or just...
right now it's birds.
Yeah.
Right now.
How's it been? You have a schedule? Or?
Well, yeah. I mean, I get up and I paint, and then I go to bed,
So you paint all day?
and then I paint some more while I'm sleeping.
Mm.
I wake up and
You paint in your dreams?
sometimes I paint and I don't even know I've done anything until.
Yeah, I know. But you've been painting every day, pretty much?
Yeah, I've been painting every day,
Nice.
painting and drawing. I will keep bugging you
Yeah.
about going to Zorthian.
Oh, to the live drawing
Yeah.
class? Yeah, let's do it soon.
One starts making art, really, or I did, to keep from wanting to commit suicide. Do you know what I mean? Like, you're like, I can kill myself, or I can paint a bird. So you paint a bird so that you don't, you know, it's a way of like organically being in positive action or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And then it becomes your profession.
Right.
And now it makes you want to kill yourself.
Well, then you're right back at the start.
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah.
So
at the end, you're just painting again to not kill yourself. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You're back at painting, because then everything is done, and you're like, okay.
So you think it's a big, lovely, beautiful circle?
Not that lovely, but it's somewhat of a circle. I mean, I guess the way you put it here.
But the real art is the struggling and suffering.
Yeah, I don't think so.
No?
Why is that? What's the art about that?
Well, that's the art.
Why?
Because that's where the toolbox that comes with being an artist suddenly becomes incredibly valuable.
Yeah, but that's just the toolbox. It's not the art.
Well,
it's just like one of the toolboxes. You can't just like suffer, and then it's art. You know? They might make a movie about your suffering. I think, you know, maybe you can use it later, the suffering, for your art or something. But while you're really suffering, what are you going to be making stuff? You're suffering, and you're like, you know, it's too hard to make things.
I don't know. I seem to make my most exciting stuff when I'm
You're suffering bad.
When I'm suffering really
the
badly.
The worst of the worst.
Yeah, like, you know, starving and diseases.
Yeah. I understand what you're saying, but I feel like it's not the only thing. You know? It's just what excites you the most.
Maybe I'm a masochist.
Yeah, because it's like you're judging your own art. You're saying, oh, this is the best, the most exciting stuff I've done, you know? Because it's most exciting to you, because it's...
Well, no, I mean, it's obviously crap, but... but, you know, one does it.
What's some of your favorite
the only failed artist is the one that's not working.
Do you feel like you have some paintings that are your best pieces from the past?
No, I mean, no? I don't attach. I mean, I'm so like I know lots and lots.
Like the Scream for Munch. Do you have like something?
Oh,
like
like
that?
some like one single meme that.
Not like a meme, but like something that sticks out to you personally.
Isn't the Scream?
It is.
The Scream.
It became one maybe. But it's a cool painting.
It's a pretty good painting.
Yeah.
I mean, it became a meme.
Yeah, it became one, but it's a cool painting, and he has lots of other good paintings. You know what I'm saying? But do you feel like you have something? If you look back?
I mean,
how many paintings have you made? Do you think thousands?
Oh yeah, thousands and thousands, thousands and thousands and hundreds of thousands. But it comes in waves.
Hundreds of thousands.
It comes in waves.
Yeah.
You know, you go for. I mean, when I first started, when I was like 17, I moved to New York, right?
Yeah.
And I discovered Anselm Kiefer.
Yeah, he's
right, and I was like, oh, that's the shit.
Yeah.
And you know, everyone did. I mean, that was what got Julian Schnabel to, you know, we were all like, okay, we've got to do it big, you know. Everything had to be like 10 feet tall.
You get the fucking iron
out. Like 1,000 pounds.
Get the melted iron or something.
Yeah, and then you realize, well, wait a second, I'm going to have to store these things. I'm carrying them around.
Yeah, where you put them.
Right?
On
Where
some
do you put
keepers, putting them in museums.
Fine art's all about storage.
Yeah.
You know, and then if you're broke and you can't pay your storage for a couple of months, that's it. You've lost.
Yeah.
Everything.
You lost all the paintings.
You know, and
So a lot of these paintings are somewhere?
I sold a lot of them.
Yeah.
Gave them away. A
But
lot
do
of
you
them
have
were- a
any
lot of them were
oversight
sold.
or
No.
Do you have photos?
I have photos.
Of some of those
occasionally-
huge ones?
Occasionally, when they get sold,
Yeah.
I'll get an email saying, you know, yo, I bought this painting. I want you to verify it.
Oh, that's cool.
You know, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
Someone will buy it at an auction.
Yeah.
somewhere. You know, and I'm like, oh, cool. I remember that. You know, but you know, and also almost nobody has a room in their house that is capable
Those huge, like on some
accommodating, yeah.
Yeah.
And if they did, why would they buy one of yours when they could get Anselm Kiefer, right?
Yeah. I mean, that's the thing. It's like there's only so many people that have a wall like
Right.
that.
And so
Then there's a few museums.
yeah, and so that's why I'm doing little pieces. You know,
I've been understanding the preciousness also if you make a really nice small piece of like, you know, like the surrealists made some really small pieces that were very precious.
yeah, I like this one,
Oh yeah, that one's beautiful.
right?
I saw that one, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, but it's like even that baby is like,
yeah, the little
Pretty one.
baby.
yeah,
Well, and I did
Which one?
the baby.
the
up
man baby. Well, I did a bigger version.
let's
Come here.
look at
Did
it
you
for
see
a
this one? Here's I like
Oh,
that
I
one
see.
so much. I did
That's a big version.
a rather large version of it. Of the man baby.
Huh.
That's a meme.
Yeah. When did you make that one?
A couple weeks ago.
Oh, okay.
We had a little
Is
show
that a
here.
new meme? That's a new meme.
Is that a new? That's a new meme.
Yeah, you're gonna be
It's
pop.
you're in my inner child.
Your inner child. That's looking weird as hell. So you feel like your painting always been impulsive, in a way. Your style of painting, not your subject.
Impulsive.
Yeah.
Impulsive, compulsive.
No, compulsive is different. Just did it. Wow, really?
Just had it.
Oh, just had it? Nice.
You want it?
Yeah, please.
Yes.
Oh, nice. Thanks so much, Jim.
Grow it so my
Oh,
so
not
my
the man
fame will,
baby. You did
my
the
fame will
small
grow.
ones.
Yeah.
Small man baby.
little man babies.
So, yeah, I only heard of the
I was
story
working in a
behind
bell
it.
factory
Yeah.
in Dublin, and I was doing construction in a museum
Yeah.
where they had the death mask of James Joyce. It was like the James Joyce Museum. And I
Uh-huh.
a mold of
Yeah.
the death mask, and I made a shovel
While working.
out of it. Yeah, while working, I was doing Georgian.
Had you put it on a show?
I
Oh.
just stuck it on a shovel,
Oh.
and I've taken it all over the world trying to sell it. Nobody will touch it.
Nobody wants that?
I took it to Sotheby's in Dublin,
Yeah.
and they were so
What, they think it's
they were
illegal or
so
something?
they were so terrified
Yeah.
about the possible criminal.
I could see that.
You know, I mean, at least 3 minutes.
3 minutes, oh, okay.
Yeah, I had latex and gauze
And they had
and
cameras
Pam.
back then?
Psst, what?
They had cameras back then?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, they didn't have cameras when
Oh.
I was working. I was
Oh, okay.
I was doing taking molds of Georgian architectural details so that
Oh,
they
I
could
see.
be reproduced
Oh,
and put
I
on the
see.
back wall that had
Yeah,
fallen
yeah,
down.
yeah, I got you.
And I just so I had the tools, and so you know, and I
Nice.
love James Joyce. I mean, I love his
Well,
adventure.
So Sotheby's declined
They wouldn't
Yeah.
tell me how much they thought it was worth. They
not
wouldn't-
even that?
They wouldn't sell it for me.
Oh, you should have told him I'm going to Christie's.
I did. I went to Christie's
Oh, it
too,
is,
and
they-
the same thing. And I went to Adams Auctioneers. There's something of calligraphy in your drawing.
Mm.
You know,
Right, right.
I mean, your drawing is a lot like writing. It looks like writing.
Yeah,
You know, that's it.
but it's not.
Well, here's something I really like.
Mm.
I mean, of course, obscurity is appealing.
Where's Obscura? This is the Obscura section.
Well, this is just the sort of shit I've kind of collected together.
Oh, yeah.
Fleetwood Mac,
Yeah.
Buffalo Springfield,
Yeah,
Red
yeah, yeah.
Foley,
The good
Bee
stuff.
Gees.
The good old stuff.
Leroy Lewis.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, I like this one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're brilliant.
This is the early album?
First one.
Oh, I see. I don't know this.
Yeah, Tracy Thorn. She was great.
Oh, what's here?
This is a
It's a little secret
landscape
cabinet.
in a secret cabinet.
Oh, wow. Let me see
It's
it.
the bottom. It's the bottom of a riverbed
Looks great.
opening.
What about that symbol?
That is the same area, but in a topographical map.
Ah,
The so I did the topographical map version. Granted, a little bit crude, but roughly.
mm-hmm.
And then there's this room here. I'm sure I've showed you this.
He got them all framed?
Yeah, he's framed them all up.
That's so nice.
Another one of these blue glitter things.
What is the other one there?
Send it to you.
Okay. We'll order some olive oil. Oh. Oh.
Let me see. There we go.
Nice.
See, I have like
That's cool.
you know.
And switch them out. Leave little to the imagination, and for God's sake, don't let them help you.
You see what happens with this light? But the BBC man can fix.
Great stuff, Jay.
You know,
Yeah.
Do it live.
Fuck it.
we go out into the front.
Oh.
You know, I'm enjoying every minute of it. I don't take it for granted.
Yeah.
You know,
Not bad here.
you know, it's just important. I mean, it's important to be producing.
Yeah. We did some good acting.
Mm-hmm. Thanks for coming up.
Oh yeah, my pleasure.